Welcome to Chalice Unitarian Universalist Congregation. We are a community of diverse beliefs and experiences, nurturing the liberal religious spirit and united by our desire to grow in love and in service. Whoever you are, whomever you love, whatever your life's journey, you are welcome here. Whether you gather with us every Sunday, once or twice a year, or are with us this morning for the first time, we are glad you are here. I'm Reverend Sharon Wiley, Chalice's minister. Our worship musician this morning is our music director, Tim McKnight. Welcome to this online worship service. So new this morning, please notice on your menu that there's a button that says CC Live Transcript, wherever your Zoom menu is on your screen. For some of you, that might be under a menu that says more or has a ... there. This is our closed captioning service, and you can turn it on or off for yourself. So if you don't want to see it, when you click on CC Live Transcript, you'll make sure you hide the subtitle if it's been on and you want it off. If you want to see it, click Show Subtitle. So this is new, and I hope to hear from you who likes closed captioning, how it's working for you. Also on your menu is the chat button. For those of you who like to use the chat during the service, which you're welcome to do, and sometimes explicitly invited to do, please be sure that when you post, you use there's a little blue menu with a drop-down menu, and you want to select panelists and attendees. If you only post to panelists, it only comes to me, and I probably won't see it during the service, and I certainly won't be able to respond to it. And we would like everyone to be able to read and share their posts. So it's Sunday morning. Imagine ourselves gathered on the courtyard in person. Let's give ourselves a hug. Some of us would hug each other on Sunday mornings. Give ourselves a hug of hello, welcome. You made it, you're here, even if here is just turning on the computer. I want to especially welcome those of you who are newcomers at Chalice. In addition to this online worship, we have many other groups and activities that are happening online as well. Activities like our women's book club, men's breakfast group, support groups, religious education for children, all these and more are happening online using the Zoom format. You don't have to be a church member to participate in these groups and activities. They're open to everyone. So if you're new to Chalice and would like to learn more about our activities, you're invited to stay here in this Zoom space after the service ends, and we'll use our chat box for a newcomer chat. Now, let's take a breath together. We begin our service by acknowledging that wherever each of us is watching, if we are in what is now called the United States, then we are on land that has been stolen from Indigenous people. Our congregational home in what is now called Escondido is on land that is part of the traditional territories of the 12 bands of the Kumeyaay Nation and the 7 bands of the Payam-Kasham, also called the Luiseno. One of the purposes of a land acknowledgement is to remind ourselves that Indigenous peoples still exist. These are not historical people, these are alive people, the Kumeyaay and the Luiseno. And so land that is sacred to us now was stolen from people for whom that land is still sacred, also sacred. So as we continue our work as a community of shared faith, may we strive to build relationships with Kumeyaay and Payam-Kasham peoples, and may we find our way to right relationship with our local tribes. Now we light our chalice, the symbol of our Unitarian Universalist faith. The flaming chalice was first used during World War II by the Unitarian Service Committee as a symbol of life-saving refuge for people fleeing persecution in Europe. May our chalice flame burn brightly, that all who are seeking may find us. Our opening words come from Unitarian Universalist minister Jane Malden. For our community gathered here, for the spirit that called us together and drew us to this place, we give thanks this day. For moments we have shared with others, for times when we have reached out across barriers of distance and fear, for times when others have reached out to us, for moments when we have discovered another along this path, we give thanks this day. For this community of celebration and growth, introspection and solitude, and for those moments of that peace which passes all understanding, we give thanks this day. For our gathering together out of distant places, for our weaving together out of many separate selves, this hour of celebration and worship, we give thanks this day.
Inspired by the Christian observance of Advent, we approach the winter holidays by lighting candles in the 4 weeks before Christmas. The tradition of Advent candles reaches back to pre-Christian Northern Europeans. During the darkest days of winter, they lit as many as 24 candles on an evergreen-covered wheel or wreath. By lighting a candle a day, they marked time, anticipating the return of the sun's light and warmth. Now we light candles to remind us of the gathering darkness and the blessings to be found in the many stories and symbols of this time of year. We light the 4th candle of Advent for love. May it shine for all who give freely of themselves to others, caring and sharing from their hearts.
We've been singing an Advent hymn together, but this morning we're going to sing the Advent hymn a bit later in the service. So now you're invited to join in singing Deck the Hall. Our Sunday worship is the shared spiritual practice of our community, and we tend to the congregation during this time by honoring our joys and sorrows. If you would like to share a joy or sorrow with the congregation this morning, now is the time for sharing in the chat box. We don't speak these out loud. If you would like to send me a confidential note about your joy or sorrow, you can send me an email and I'll put my email address in the chat box.
Our story is called December, written by Eve Bunting and illustrated by David Diaz. My mother and I live in a house we made ourselves. There's black printing on the walls and floor. Drink Coca-Cola. Handle with care. Clorox. We have a baby food baby on the roof. Our house is small. There's just one room for us and what we have. But tonight is Christmas Eve, so we have more. We have a tiny tree. It's the top of a real Christmas tree the Christmas lot man gave us. We've hung it with neat things: a toy soldier I've kept since I was little, a shiny silvery spoon, beads from a necklace that I once found on the sidewalk, and Mom has made a star for the top. Under the tree, on a paper Santa plate, are our 2 Christmas cookies, one red and one green. The green one is mine. I collected 32 soda pop cans and took them to John's Market to get those cookies. John gave me the plate. On our wooden crate are Mary, the baby, 1 shepherd, 1 sheep. We tried to make the soldier be Joseph, but he didn't look right. We have a fat red candle, too. We won't light it, Simon, Mom says. We could start a fire, and then we'd have no house at all. I understand, and we don't need light. The street lamp outside kind of shines through our walls all night long. Still, the candle would be nice. I lie beside my mom under the heavy coat that she says once belonged to my dad. The streetlight shimmers on our Christmas angel. She is a page torn from a calendar that we've pinned to the wall. Her name is December. She sings to us while we sleep, Mom says. Sometimes if a noise wakes me up in the night, a garbage truck or a city bus going along Sepulveda, I keep my eyes closed and listen for an angel's song, but I never hear it. Tonight, it's a different noise that wakes me. Someone is thumping on our door, which isn't a door at all, just a piece of wood propped against an opening we made. That thumping scares me. Maybe they're going to make us move from here, but not when tomorrow's Christmas, please. Not when tomorrow's Christmas. Thump, thump. My heart thumps too. Who's there? Mom stands and tries to push me behind her, but I get in front. I always look after her. Who's there? Nobody answers. Mom slides the wood so she can peer out, then lifts the door away. I see an old woman. She's half hidden under clothes on top of clothes. Her black hat has a fake rose pinned to it. Can I come in? She asks. I'm so cold. Mom looks her over carefully. On the streets, we have to be careful. Then she takes the old woman's arm. Come on in. The woman is bent way over, but I think that's how she is and not because our roof is so low. Sometimes I'm afraid my mom will get to be bent like that. Can I sleep here tonight? The woman asks. Yes. Mom takes the coat that is still warm from being over us. Wrap up in this. The woman sits on the floor with my father's coat over her muddle of clothes. I'm wondering if it's Christmas yet. That's a beautiful tree, she says, and I nod. Here. She takes off her hat and unpins the rose. Put this on it. You don't want it? Put it close to the star, she tells me. I do, and it does look good. I see her staring at the cookies. She's probably hungry. She swallows, and her neck is so thin I can watch the swallow going down. I think of something very nice that I could do, but I try not to listen to the thought, and I don't want to do it. I put out my hand, I pull it back, I put it out again and lift the Santa plate. Have the green one, I say. She takes it slowly, eats it slowly. I try hard not to think of all those soda cans. Mom smiles at me, I'm glad when she doesn't offer to give up her red cookie too, because I'm pretty sure tomorrow we'll go halfers. There's just enough room for the three of us to lie side by side. It's warm in here, the old woman says. She smiles. It's warm with love. Maybe, but still, I miss the weight of my dad's coat over us. I missed the him smell, even though I don't remember him. I curl as close to Mom as I can. The traffic outside is not as loud as usual. Christmas Eve. And I sleep. When I wake up, it's morning, and the street lamp is off. Shadows lie in our cardboard house. I start to wake Mom to say Merry Christmas when I remember the old woman. She's gone. My father's coat is neatly folded. Maybe I'm not that nice because I look quickly to check if the red cookie is still there. It is. The woman hasn't put the wood back to close our door, so I get up, and I see a dim figure in the opening. Was she there all the time? It's not the woman, though. It's our angel, December. It can't be. I know I'm dreaming. I rub my eyes and look again. She's still there, but I can see the calendar page. She's still on our wall, too. How can that be? She takes a step backward, folding her wings like a great shining moth. I sleepwalk to the door. None of this is real. I know that. It's foggy outside. I look up, and there is our angel. Her wings fan to cover our cardboard house, and she's singing so softly I can hardly hear her. My knees are shaking. I need to lean against something, but if I lean against our house, it will fall down. So I hug my arms around myself instead and watch as the angel pales into the sky and disappears in the lifting fog. Everything is still. I stumble inside. It's hard for me to put the wood back by myself, but I do. Then I crawl in next to Mom again. Was I here beside her all the time, dreaming of angels? Then why are my feet so cold? Doesn't the angel only sing when we're asleep? Was I asleep? It's strange how everything started to change for us after that. People would say our luck just turned. Maybe, but I don't think so. Now it's another Christmas Eve, and Mom has been working since summer. We have an apartment in the projects 2 floors up with real walls. We have a tiny tree. On its branches hang a toy soldier, a silvery spoon, the beads I once found on the sidewalk, and the crumpled fake rose. Under the tree is a paper plate with 2 cookies, one red and one green. On our crate are the red candle, Mary, the baby, 1 shepherd, 1 sheep, and Joseph. December smiles down at us from her place on the wall. I never noticed until after last Christmas Eve, but if you look real closely, you can see she has a faded rose in her hair.
I cannot tell you how the light comes. What I know is that it is more ancient than our imagining, that it travels across an astounding expanse to reach us, that it loves searching out what is hidden, what is lost, what is forgotten, or in peril, or in pain, that it has a fondness for the body, for finding its way toward flesh, for tracing the edges of form, for shining forth through the eye, the hand, the heart. I cannot tell you how the light comes, but that it does, that it will. that it works its way into the deepest dark that enfolds you, though it may seem long ages in coming, or arrive in a shape you did not foresee. And so may we this day turn ourselves toward it. May we lift our faces to let it find us. May we bend our bodies to follow the arc it makes. May we open and open more and open still to the blessed light that comes. If Advent is a time of waiting, then surely this is one of the most profound experiences of Advent that most of us have ever experienced. We rejoice that vaccines are beginning to be administered, even as we know it will be months before most of us have received the vaccine. We are waiting 31 more days for the end of the worst presidency in our lifetimes to come to a close. Just this morning in the newspaper, he's denying something that was reported yesterday. I don't know about you, but for me, this wait has become excruciating, and 31 more days feels interminable. On top of all that, the sun goes down at 4:45 in the afternoon, and it is 14 hours before sunrise the next morning. I've never before understood so clearly how the winter holidays are needed to remind us of what it is so easy to forget: that life is good, that love abounds, that joy is possible, and that faith and hope will indeed see us through the longest nights. Our Advent hymn this year is titled "Shall We Gather at the River," number 1046 in our Teal hymnal supplement. This hymn was written in 1864. It is a traditional Christian hymn, but not a traditional Advent hymn. Advent hymns are often about darkness and waiting and faith and hope. Tim, our music director, and I chose this hymn for this year because of our collective yearning for gathering. Shall we gather at the river where bright angel feet have trod, with its crystal tide forever flowing by the throne of God? The imagery comes from the book of Revelation in the Christian New Testament, chapter 2. This is the New Revised Standard Version. Then the angel showed me the river of the water of life, bright as crystal, flowing from the throne of God and of the Lamb through the middle of the street of the city. On either side of the river is the tree of life with its 12 kinds of fruit, producing its fruit each month, and the leaves of the tree are for the healing of the nations. Nothing accursed will be found there anymore. The book of Revelation is not where Unitarian Universalists are going to find a lot of common ground with traditional Christianity. It's a weird book full of rich imagery, the meanings of which is widely debated, and I am not inviting us into a deep reflection or analysis of the book of Revelation this morning. But I am inviting us here in December 2020, afflicted by a pandemic, worried for our loved ones and ourselves, desperate for new national leadership to step into place. I'm inviting us to savor this image of the beauty of life's possibilities. Then the angel showed me the river of the water of life, bright as crystal, flowing from the throne of God and of the Lamb through the middle of the street of the city. On either side of the river is the tree of life with its 12 kinds of fruit, producing its fruit each month, and the leaves of the tree are for the healing of nations. Nothing accursed will be found there anymore. shall we gather at that river. We took for granted, didn't we, our Sunday mornings together, singing in our chapel, shaking hands, hugging at the door, sitting next to each other on the courtyard. We didn't have to count how many of us were there or how close we were standing to each other. How easily we gathered at the river then, enjoying the simple pleasures of friendship and community. I need to name that even as I enjoy these memories, I now know that there were people who could never join with us on those Sunday mornings or couldn't join easily. And one of the blessings of this pandemic is that we now understand that we must always offer an online version of the service, even when we're back in our chapel, and we will. And it is a blessing of the pandemic that even though we can't gather in person, we can still gather like this, still be together online, still share our joys and sorrows, still share music and hymns. We are still gathered at the river of the water of life, that which nourishes us, that which sustains us, that which guides us. Here we have all that we need: food, drink, friendship. Nothing accursed is found here. Soon we'll reach the shining river. Soon our pilgrimage will cease. Soon our happy hearts will quiver with the melody of peace. May it be so. Please join in singing.
Shall we gather at the river where bright angel feet have trod, with its crystal tide forever flowing by the throne of God? Yes, we'll gather at the river, the beautiful river. Gather with the saints at the river that flows by the throne of God. On the margin of the river, washing up its silver spray, we will walk and worship ever all the happy golden day. Yes, we'll gather at the river, the beautiful river. Gather with the saints at the river that flows by the throne of God. Ere we reach the shining river, lay we every burden down. Grace our spirits will deliver and provide a robe and a crown. Yes, we'll gather at the river, the beautiful river. Gather with the saints at the river that flows by the throne of God. Soon we'll reach the shining river. Soon our pilgrimage will cease. Soon our happy hearts will quiver with the melody of peace. Yes, we'll gather at the river,
The Sunday offering is an expression of the generosity that makes our congregational life possible. Today is a social justice Sunday when we donate our offering to a local organization that makes a difference in our larger community. This Sunday, we are taking a special collection for the San Diego Humane Society. This organization is particularly beloved by the children in our congregation. And here is some information from the Humane Society about the kind of work that they do.
You're so good. Look at her. Awesome. Yes, what a good girl.
I will fight for you. I always do until my heart is black and blue. And I will stay with you. We'll make it to the other side like lovers do. I'll reach my hands out in the dark and wait for yours to, until I can wait for you. I'll wait for you. 'Cause I'm not giving up. I'm not giving up, no, not yet. Even when I'm down to my last breath. Even when they say there's nothing left. So don't give up on. I'm not giving up. I'm not giving up, no, not me. Even when nobody else believes. I'm not going down that easily. So don't give up on me. Now I'll hold on to you. No matter what this world will throw, it won't shake me loose. I'll reach my hands out in the dark and wait for yours to, until I can wait for you. I'll wait for you. 'Cause I'm not giving up. I'm not giving up, no, not yet. Even when I'm down to my last breath. Even when they say there's nothing left. So don't give up on. I'm not giving up. I'm not giving up, no, not me. Even when nobody else believes. I'm not going down that easily. So don't give up on me. I will fight for you. I always do until my heart is black and blue.
There are two ways to donate. You can make a donation directly to the San Diego Humane Society. I will put that link in the chat box. And that way you can be added to their mailing list and receive news directly from them. Or if you prefer, you can text your donation to Chalice and we will forward the donations. To indicate that your donation is for this special offering, please text your dollar amount with the word justice, because this is a social justice collection. And if your Sunday donation is meant to be part of your pledge payment, please be sure to indicate pledge after the dollar amount. Please give generously.
Please join in dedicating our offering with words of affirmation. May love be the spirit of this church. May the quest for truth be its sacrament and service be its prayer. To dwell together in peace, to seek knowledge in freedom, and to help one another in fellowship. This is our aspiration.
The golden leaves of autumn have all tumbled to the ground, and winter winds are blowing in to toss them all around. There's a feeling in the air today that fall is done for sure. There's a kind of light that fills the sky. I know I've seen it before. Winter light, winter light, winter light, winter light. It's a glittering, glowing winter's night. Winter bright, winter light, winter light, winter light, winter light. It's a shimmering, silver shining silent night, quiet and magical winter night.
There's a rush of wandering wind as snow flies in the air.
There are patterns in the snowflakes, and they settle on your hair.
Have you ever seen a time of year more gentle yet more bold?
More full of warmth and blessings when you come in from the cold. Winter light, winter light, winter light, winter light. It's a glittering, glowing winter's night. Winter bright, winter light, winter light, winter light, winter light. It's a shimmering, silver shining silent night, quiet and magical winter night.
And although my winter
And although my wings are filled with songs, are filled with songs,
my scarlet dreams are
filled with winter light. Winter light, quiet and magical.
winter light, quiet and magical.
I will always affirm that it's important to feel our feelings. When you're sad, angry, happy, fearful, frightened, grieving, lean into those emotions and let yourself feel, even though it doesn't always feel good. Ignoring our feelings, repressing our feelings, just means that they'll end up being expressed some other way. Feelings are information about what's going on in our lives. And when we are in hard times, we need to seek out joy,
laughter, pleasure, and fun. I spent 3 hours on the telephone this week with a friend who is great at telling funny stories. I laughed a lot, and it was such a relief. I got myself all set up for HBO Max so I can watch the new Wonder Woman movie on Christmas Day. That was a high priority to get taken care of this week. I am having dessert after every meal, including breakfast. And I bought a book of daily reflections from one of my favorite spiritual guides because my spirit needs nourishing too. I encourage you too to safely seek out joy, laughter, pleasure, and fun in the days and weeks ahead. Blessings and love to each of you. And now, one of our fellow Unitarian Universalists, who is an avid astronomer, has some musings to share on the upcoming conjunction as it pertains to a bright star in the evening sky.
A very close conjunction of Jupiter and Saturn will occur tomorrow evening, exactly on the winter solstice. Now, I have been following their approach for the past month, watching them get closer and closer in the southwest sky in the evening twilight. On December 21st, they will be so close together in the sky that they will appear to be a single object and in the same telescopic field of view. If the skies are clear, I will attempt to image both planets at the same time from my home observatory. This event reminds us of a set of 3 conjunctions of Jupiter and Saturn, which occurred in the zodiacal sign of Aries, which is the present-day constellation of Pisces, on May 7th, 7 BC, September 29th, 7 BC, and yet again in late February of 6 BC, this time joined by the planet Mars. Now, these events might have been what excited 3 Persian astrologers enough to make the 800-mile journey from Babylon to Bethlehem and given rise to the story of the Star of Bethlehem that guided the Magi. Now, the sign of Aries has been associated with Judea, and perhaps the Magi also had some inside information, like the ancient text of the Hebrews, Isaiah chapter 11, verse 1. And there shall come forth a rod out of the stem of Jesse, and a branch shall grow out of his roots. They might, from these 2 things, surmise that the planetary alignment and the ancient text were talking about the same thing, that is, the birth of a future king of Judea. This would definitely put them on the trail to Bethlehem, since that was the hometown of Jesse, the father of David. Now, I don't plan any trips as a result of this year's conjunction. Besides, it happens in Capricorn, and unlike astrology, astronomy gives me no clue which way to point my camel.
People look east, the time is near of the crowning of the year. Make your house fair as you are able. Trim the hearth and set the table. People look east and sing today. Love, the guest is on the way. Furrows be glad, the earth is there. flower may flourish. People look east and sing today. Love, the roses on the way. Stars keep a watch when night is dim. One more light the bowl shall bring, shining beyond the frosty weather, bright as the sun and moon together. People look east and sing today. Love, the star is on the way.
Our closing words come from Jim Wickman. May our faith sustain us, our hope inspire us, and our love surround us as we go our separate ways, knowing that we will gather again in this beloved community. Amen, and blessed be. You are invited to close our time together by singing the well. Newcomers are invited to stay here in the worship for a newcomer chat, and I'll post a link in the chat for how to get onto our email list. And then everyone is invited to our coffee hour.